fucking caught that fucking explosion. I caught that explosion by accident.
There you go. This is the loudest thing my neighbours have ever heard.
Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. I literally have no words. Sounds like an A10 horse cannon fire like male fantasy. Fucking hell, bro.
It's so loud I need to take off my ears every time I run it. And today, I'm going to see the top speed of this baby. In my safest video yet,
Holy
where
shit.
I don't get arrested or burn my property down.
I destroyed the jet engine.
Alright, so I already have one pulse jet which sat on a swing and was too scary for me to be on. So my safer idea is to
Wait, there's another video where he does this kind of thing? What?
put it on this tiny boat. But first, I need to make the pulse jet self-starting, as at the moment it takes an annoying amount of time to start with a leaf blower, which is funny when it burns my mate.
Fire in the hole.
It won't be possible on the
shit.
water. I want to just press a button and have it turn on. And I think I can do it by just fiddling around with the fuel line and making
Also, the motherfucker said it's funny when it burns my mate. Jesus Christ, bro. Yes, but actually no.
it so it pulls in air and not just gas, so its first explosion has enough force to pull more air in and get it started. So I cut out my fuel line and put it in a better spot. And by better I mean trying completely random locations until it felt right, and then used a tissue
Oh, bro. Oh, that's grim. Oh, that's fucking grim.
to check how much airflow there is. And I think that's a good sign, so I welded it up and gave it a go.
Fucking caught that fucking explosion. I caught that explosion by accident. I was gonna say, I would not feel safe doing this in an enclosed fucking room, bro. You basically got a bomb ready to go.
And it's definitely less funny when that
Holy
happens to me
shit.
and not my mate. So I better not look down the exhaust anymore.
The accident broke my penis while I'm not. Pause game on point. I fucking caught that explosion. I'm so proud.
And it ain't working, so I chatted to this guy, Build and Pulse Jets, who's one of the kings of making pulse jets on YouTube. And after talking, he sent me an email with some
What the fuck is a pulse jet?
very small changes I could make.
What the fuck?
Including just opening the gas quicker and threatening to harm the pulse jet's children. So I tried that.
Like what I did to your brother? Huh?
I wish that he would stop looking in it. Yeah, it's kind of making me like nervous every time he looks in it. I'm not gonna lie.
Do ya?
Oh my god!
Whoa!
That's a cannon. There's a literal cannon.
And that was awesome. So I did it again
No.
and again.
Imagine being this guy's neighbor. Imagine being woken up by this repeatedly, day after day after day. Oh, I would want to move. Redneck engineering at its fault. No, yeah. Backyard engineering aka trust me, bro, it'll work.
That is insane!
And it's amazing how much better these engines run with some small changes. And if you want to learn out how to do it, go check out his channel.
I'm good. I don't want to learn. That just terrifies me. It scares me to death. I have to sleep during the day, so no. How is this guy not blurry? That's what I'm saying, Rose. That's what I'm saying.
And I'm really curious how this pulse jet sounds from far away, as when I put a decibel reader near it, I got 150 decibels, which is louder than a passenger plane and loud enough to cause physical damage, which explains why my head hurts. So if I want to turn it on remotely, all I need is a solenoid, an Arduino, and a laptop. And then using the sponsor of today's video, AnyDesk, I could turn on the pulse jet without
He people sponsor him, by the way? People sponsor him.
without being anywhere near it. Or use it to access my computer without being there, which is actually very useful. Let's say cops are coming over for something dodgy I've done. I can get remote access to my computer and then delete anything I want.
Why do you use that as a fucking... horrible?
AnyDesk allows you to manage and access your devices from anywhere in the world with low latency and low bandwidth. Meaning, if your parents are old and don't know how to use the TikTok, you can log on to their computer and help them with any technical support remotely. Or you can access your own computer remotely and do editing or anything else you want.
Bro, how are you editing on a fucking phone? This is the exact same software I use for my videos, Premiere. There is no shot you're gonna be able to edit on a fucking phone, bro.
AnyDesk is free for personal use and allow custom plans for businesses, and it's so easy to use. AnyDesk is also a pretty sick company, and they told me they
I love I was recording this on his phone too. You can tell. He just like the bare minimum. Oh, I'm not gonna record the screen or anything. I'm just gonna record this all on my phone. Skill issue never shush.
will pay for whatever crazy and dangerous video ideas you come up with. So if you have any ridiculous video ideas that you want me to try,
Pulse jet bong, bro.
like turning the pulse jets into a missile and then bombing New Zealand, submit them to anydesk.com/science. And if your idea gets picked, you'll win some prizes. Big thank you to AnyDesk for sponsoring this video. So now I'm going to try it on the boat.
Okay, jet boat, jet engine, test one. Here we go.
Holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
That looks alright, but I reckon it needs more thrust, as I wanted it to
What do you mean more thrust? What do you mean more? It moved.
go through the garage wall. So I'm going to revisit this top hat and augmenter, which just increases the mass flow by pulling in more air for the pulse jet to move. But I still don't believe they work. And I carefully made a hole in the boat.
Carefully.
What do with that load? Got a hole in the boat for no fucking reason.
Then put some pins
Don't you're not meant to put holes in boats, right guys? Right? Right? More thrust? Oh my. Not enough? What do you mean not enough?
in the old weld holds and pushed it back in place. And at least if it doesn't work, the pulse jet now has a bigger hat than every other pulse jet out there.
You guess? I think you got it, bro. I think you got it now. I think you're good. I think you're good.
And I don't think I learnt anything from that, as I've got no way of comparing it to the old pulse jet. So I pulled out the scale. And then I did a comparison test between augmenter on and augmenter off. But I forgot to turn on the scale when using the augmentor, which counts as a reading of 0 thrust.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't count, bro. Not
Which
even.
means no augmenter wins. But before I cut it off, I want to try one more thing. Using the augmenter like an afterburner and injecting more gas into the exhaust, which will hopefully double the thrust
God.
for some reason.
For some reason. Look at his face. Chat, look at his face. Look how fucking terrified he is. I would be too. Look at his fucking, he doesn't want to do this. Why is he subjecting himself to this? It's not worth it, bro.
And you can tell I wasn't very good at birthday cakes as a kid, as obviously the pulse jet just blows out the flame. So I made a thing to try and protect the flame on the gas pipe and gave that a go.
Is that
I
actually
don't think anything
working?
was happening. Now in this clip, you'll see I'm getting real desperate, and I just chucked a random cone
God.
piece of metal in. And that worked really well if my intention was to put Ahmet, my local Turkish
Burnt himself. He fucking burnt himself.
waxer, out of business, which I really don't want to do. In fact, he's probably going to cry just seeing this footage. And the burn made me real thirsty, and after
Why isn't he wearing safety glasses? Because he's Australian. He's wearing ear protectors. That's about enough for them.
having some milk, I realised this milk jug is kind of exactly the shape of a valved pulse jet, which I could make as well and put on the boat to get more thrust. All I need are some valves. And they allow air in this way, but don't let it out the other way, just like a vulva. So now I just need to make some kind of plate for them to attach to, which is the perfect job for my new tool, the Wazer, which is an awesome small water jet cutter that makes light work of metal like this. And this is really much better than doing water cutting like I used to. Which did work, but was quite messy. But now I just draw a picture and it cuts whatever I tell it to.
Stop with the horse cameras, I swear to God.
Alright, it doesn't fit, so I try it again and again. And eventually I got them to fit. And this isn't the Wazer's fault, I've just been using MS Paint to make 2D files. Then I just put it in the milk jug with a gas line and gave it a go. And if you were shouting at the computer right now saying this won't work, that's kind of weird. And you should probably see a psychiatrist for that aggressive behaviour. But yes, I don't know why I was expecting this to work. This milk jug looks nothing like a valved pulse jet besides the fact it has some valves. But after gassing myself with whatever lead-laced arsenic paint was on the bottle, I was feeling quite high, so I just gave up. So I've decided I'm just going to go back to doing what I know best, rolling some cones. And I'm just going to make another pulse jet and put it on the boat. And to save me the hassle of rolling the sheet metal by hand, I snuck into this blind guy's shed and used his roller.
Just sneak into some blind guys. No, this guy is a pyromaniac. No, yes, for real.
So I've made a lot of cones now. I've never really got the hang of it, but at least my welds are getting better and better. But the more I put it together, the more it was beginning to feel really wrong. So I just drank an entire box of wine before seeing if the pulse jet works. And it wouldn't start, and it did this weird thing where it broke my camera. So I'm going to blame my welds, and I'm going to attempt to fix them with TIG welding, something I've never done before, and just try smooth out my welds. If you don't know much about TIG welding,
Don't know what any of this means. I gotta be real, bro. This is all over my head.
this weld right here is what you are looking for. It's got lots of little relief holes which allow excess gas to escape the metal so no cracks will form. Also, the lumpier your welds look, the stronger they usually are. You also want to touch the
I don't think that's true, is it?
tungsten stick to the metal so it melts as much as possible, as that way you'll have to sharpen the end, meaning you get lots of work breaks and have a nice work-life balance.
It is not. Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. Speaking from experience, welding can be pretty scary. Oh, I bet. I freaking bet.
And then after comparing it to the other one I made, I've realised I made the pulse jets completely different sizes.
Yeah.
Which is very weird, as I did follow my plans exactly. Lockwood Hiller. And that means I need to cut it apart and build it again without any of my proper tools or workbench. But that also means I finally get to live out my
As someone who does TIG, that is a little painful to watch.
dream of looking like a Cambodian bicycle repairman.
I'm surprised these guys don't kill themselves by accident, right? Because the shit he does is just so stupid.
And I stuffed up. This song playing right now is Thai, not Cambodian. But I shouldn't have told you, as you're a racist and wouldn't have known the difference. But
Wow, making some accusations there, buddy.
at least the pulse jets look the same, which I hope means they work. But I'm going to have to use another boat, as this one is a little too small, and also some idiot made a hole in it. So I thought I should replace it with a boat with even bigger and better holes in it. Big nut. But I'm going to fill up the holes, as I don't want any fish getting
Yo, I want some dick nut. Let's go.
a free upskirt on me while I'm on the water. So I filled them up with some privacy goo, which I hope keeps the fish away. I'm looking at you, Blue Groper. And in my previous pulse jet swing, I just shoved a normal barbecue gas hose in the pipe, which leaked
No, Jacko, no, bad. Good night, Omen.
a lot. And that was actually very useful, as it meant I could smell if the gas was on or not.
Stop. No, it was spraying liquid propane onto you. Joe, get away.
But since I
Oh
want
my
both of these
God.
to run on liquid propane, which is much more powerful, a leak would be very bad. So I made these threaded inserts on the lathe, which I'm going to try shrink fitting and pushing inside this pipe. And I don't have a freezer up here, so I had the genius idea of just using the propane to both shrink and expand the part.
Huh?
and it's looking pretty cold, so hopefully it goes in. And it did go in, about as much as your dad, but it should
Bro.
be enough. And now I need to use liquid hoses, which are rated to not explode, unlike this one. But the only difference I
What was about propane? Hi, boss. Don't worry about it. Just go with the video. Just go with it.
can see is that these ones are covered in a fine layer of pubic hair. I also need a tank
grim.
specifically rated for liquid LPG, as the pressure and forces are much, much higher. These blue ones, which are very expensive. And the reason these bottles are so expensive is because they have a special valve straw thing inside that sucks up the liquid propane and not the gas. So I just made my own by painting the top
I don't know what any of this means. This is beyond me.
of a normal LPG bottle blue. Now I reckon the pulse jets are going to look the coolest if they are kind of in a formation like this. And we didn't do any measurements, we just welded it up, which some
We didn't measure. We just started welding for fun. Holy shit. Damn, bruising propane gas equals cold. Burning propane gas equals hot. Wait, is propane cold? Do you have to like store it cold? There's a Hank Hill joke somewhere. Oh, I've not watched that, so I don't know. I'm sorry. Technical stuff, don't worry about it. Yeah, this is a real technique to fit metal parts. When they restore to room temp, they press against each other and are basically reamer grit together. So they got that insane grip strength. Okay, got it.
somehow fit on the boat, and then couldn't resist seeing if it starts up.
Grill. Nope, not working,
That sounded
buddy.
more like a fart escaping my butt cheeks than a pulse jet. So
Oh.
something is wrong. So I tried starting it on gas, not liquid, as I know it started like that before. And they seemed
He's beginning to believe.
like they wanted to start, but were almost interfering with each other. And I think I know who to blame. The wogs. The 2,000 of them
What? Excuse you?
inside this ball valve, which means there might not be enough room for the gas to flow. It could also be the exhausts messing with each other, which actually makes sense. Here's the problem with having two. It's a bit like trying to breathe, but you have another man trying to breathe right in front of your face. And when I breathe, he breathes out. So I'm breathing in, but I'm getting his used CO2 and not clean oxygen.
What? This is so like gay baiting.
And it's exactly the same with these pulse jets. If they pulse out a sink,
Do it, kiss. Do it, kiss.
they can't breathe. But if I put
Cowards. Fucking cowards.
something in between the men, that means they can't breathe each other's breath. So I tried doing that with the pulse jets. And also combined the combustion chambers with a bit of pipe so they pulse and sync, and then sealed up the gaps with what I hope was clay,
You hoe?
Is it poo?
which still didn't work. So I'm going to try and isolate them more. I'm going to cut the frame in half and put these rubber stoppers underneath so they aren't vibrating each other as much. Then also tilt them away from each other so they aren't sucking each other off.
Bro, you could have phrased that any reflecting way, bro. This guy has definitely had a fire department. Apparently he's burnt his house down and he's had the police called on him, apparently. From the beginning of this video, we got like little instances of that. What I hope was clay is a wild statement. Oh yeah, true. Perfect wording, no.
Which still didn't work, which makes me think it must be this T-junction or WOG valve.
Is he just making it up now as he go? I feel like he's just been like, oh, it didn't work. I'm just gonna replace a random part and hope for the fucking. Also, his nails, bro. Holy shit.
Because maybe when one starts to run, it's pulsing up the gas line, or one of them just starts to take all the fuel. So I'm going to try separate bottles, one gas and one liquid. But because it's too hot to get behind the liquid propane and it also won't self-start, I shoved some pipe into a leaf blower and gave that a go.
Oh my god, sorry, that scared me. That actually made me jump. Yeah, let's go. Danger time, T-Roo. I'm not surprised either about those farts. God, it's working.
And that
It fucking worked.
works really well, except that I smell smoke. My first thought was that it was my Lebanese neighbor doing a wedding again. But then I realized it was on my property.
Oh, there's buyers.
And that's when I got scared. Not for my life, but for my chairs. As I had left my 2 favorite sitting chairs up the back of the property. And they really
Wait, did he start a fire with that, or is it just like a normal thing in Australia then to have random fire start? He started fire. I don't know, Gray. I don't know.
hate fire.
This was our sitting chair.
Wait, but look, that was yours.
No, that was yours, man.
No, this is
Hey,
yours.
Get out of here. That was your one.
yours.
Don't give me the bone one. Get out of here.
Man, look up there.
Oh, it's on fire.
I did not fall back into the ash.
Such a destructive element.
All right, now I just need to paint an
Okay. Probably a wildfire. A wildfire, I hope. Probably. I hope so. I hope he didn't freaking set a fire off by accident.
another bottle blue if I want them both to be running on liquid LPG.
Is this motherfucker an orc? Is this a human orc? He's painting it blue because he believes that it'll do something. That's literally orc behavior. You should paint it fucking red and it'll go faster. Holy shit, bro.
And they are still acting a bit weird and not working as consistently as when one is gas and one liquid. And I thought spark plugs might help, and previously I just welded them in, but this time I'm being smart and I made this bung here, which will allow me to change the spark plug when it gets dirty. And I was feeling great about myself until I realized the spark plug I want to use isn't the same size as the bung.
Well, oh, come on.
So I ended up just welding it in, then wired up some tasers to this gyrocopter control panel and gave it a test.
Okay, so that actually worked that time? That's for real words? Yes, please?
And it's working like half the time. They're mostly
Oh.
still fighting each other. Like in this clip, they both started well until one of them flamed out. And then look how the other one sucks in the flames. So I put the divider back in between them. Which worked, and then put the final touches on before realizing
Okay, we're getting there. Damn, that's loud. Also, Zootsa, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. This man is what happens when money meets intrusive force. Yes, true, very true, hot dog.
I have no way to move the boat, which now weighs over 200 kilos. So
Holy
I just
shit.
got this old hitch and decided to weld an engine hoist to it so I can steal this jet ski's trailer.
Keep showing my license plate.
I have no idea if this is smart to do. I might just be bending my car's frame, but it did work. And now Big Nut is on its trailer, ready for a test on the water.
Let's go. We
It's a
love
little bit
Big
of
Nut.
overhang, right?
We love Big Nut here. I'm back from ads. Welcome back, Demi.
It's more on than not.
It is more on than not.
But it turns out this pulse jet isn't as quiet as I thought. And a cop pulled me over in the driveway about the noise.
I'm surprised he hasn't had this happen sooner. I'm gonna be real. If I was having this going on like every day, I would be calling the police too. Holy shit, we love Big Nut here in Nessie 2026.
Dumb guy. And then, back in Sydney, some cops showed up. And yes,
Oh my God,
I may have
this-
also turned it on in Sydney. And at first it was quite awkward, as I explained to them that I definitely only ordered male strippers, and they were also 2 hours early. But the cops were very nice and fair and just told me I shouldn't be running the jet engine next to a preschool, which is also fair. But how else are kids going to learn about science? They also
In school, what do you mean though?
referenced my other videos and told me to stop making things that resemble guns, which I have never done. And then the constable asked if her colleague could lean on my house as he was feeling quite tired, and I said yes. And they finished by telling me if I turn it on again, they're going to get a warrant and come back and shoot me. which is
Oh shit, they're not fucking around, bro. They ain't fucking around.
also fair. So I promised them I would never ever turn it on again. On land.
Holy shit, is it actually working?
And the boat was already filling up with water. And I also
Oh,
haven't figured
no.
out steering. I just went in circles. So we thought what might help
There's no shot this works. There's no shot this should be working, but it fucking does.
is putting 80 kilos of rocks in the back, as the
Huh?
boat is sitting nose down in the water, so that might lift the front up.
Holy shit, bro.
And immediately I realized my idea of steering via differential thrust and throttling them up and down was going to be really hard. I'm kind of working in reverse. So I tried again, but this time using a paddle to steer.
The fact that this actually fucking works is astounding.
Which just immediately filled the boat full of water.
Holy shit.
And you'll notice I don't have a heat shield protecting me or the gas bottles from the pulse jets. And my logic was that the wind pushing past me would cool me down. I was wrong, and after running it for only 10 seconds, I was getting real hot and my skin was starting to burn up and I almost considered jumping in the water.
Holy shit, bro. User panel called it. It's quite a simple pulse jet. They've been around for I've never heard of a pulse jet in my whole life. You want to see real power? Check out turbojet. I'm good.
So we put some more rocks in and then made a heat shield and did it again.
God, that didn't look good. That didn't look good. Oh, there we go. He's fucking flying, bro. It's working. Okay, it's not as fast as I thought, but still, he's moving. He's moving. And by what did I miss? Nothing backs.
And the noise was starting to attract a lot of attention.
Imagine like kayaking on a river and you see this monstrosity. Hear this monstrosity.
Yeah, that's the goal. It sounds really loud and powerful, like it should go fast, but it's like I'm probably going the same speed as you guys. Like, it's pretty disappointing so far.
And the confusion of people trying to work it out was definitely the most entertaining thing about building this.
What, you just thought he was bringing in bigger and bigger tools?
I didn't think it was my neighbour.
Some people thought it was a tsunami, military planes,
Oh my god. Oh my god. People thought this is like a fucking threat. Like this is danger to life. What the fuck? That sounds like it's a bit in Summit 3 where flying batteries tried to bomb you in the jungle. I never played that one, Lily. Pretty sure a standard boat with an engine in the back is faster. Yeah, no, yeah, 100. Like he said he was going as fast as the people in those kayaks. So 100%. Yes, it would.
mining equipment. Our Prime Minister, the closest guess was definitely a brothel. And I'm not
Yeah, there's a new brothel just open. Every night, everyone, night, Jonko, have a good one.
sure what kind of brothels Peter is visiting, but everyone I've been to usually just sound like beautiful women pointing and laughing at me. And I tried again.
So, that took me a minute to fucking realize, okay, bro. I am shocked it's working. I'm legitimately shocked it's working. By rights, this should not be real. This should not work. But here I am, fucking dazed and confused.
And that time worked out steering a bit better, and I can turn it in the direction I want by throttling the
Wow, so fast. I know it, I know.
ball valve. But I'm not getting the boat up on plane, and I'm just pushing the nose down into the water. So we chucked even more rocks into the boat and some Hindi gods I found in the water for good luck.
Okay, something's gone wrong, apparently. Oh no, oh no, no. There we go, there we go. I'm shocked that it's floating. Yeah, because this has got to be heavy shit, right? It's got, like, propane tanks, he's got big metal. Bro, he gave the boat a tank control. With the number of times he's gotten the cops called on him, it's astounding he's not been arrested yet. Well, I mean, technically he's not doing anything wrong or illegal, just dangerous as fuck. Holy shit. He's doing fucking tricks in it too, motherfucker. Oh my god. He also has a jet up high. He could do the mount that them upside down, so the force is close to the center of gravity. You'd have to talk to him about that. I don't know shit. Wait, Jack, look how fucking hot they are. Look, they're going red hot. Look how fucking hot these fucking things are. Like, certainly should melt at this point or something, right? He's gonna overheat them. Just wait, I don't like the sound of that. Oh no.
I destroyed the jet engine.
No, bro.
I destroyed the jet engine.
And that was my best run yet, and I got up to 29 k's an hour. In American units, that's the length of 61 World Trade Centers an hour. But
Why does this guy phrase things in the worst possible way?
I also destroyed one of the pulse jets.
No. Devastated.
And that probably happened because the heat shield was blocking the wind from cooling it and also reflecting the heat back into the tube. But that
Oh my, that thing's that thing is crumpled, bro.
means I'm done, which is a shame, as if I had just spent a little bit more time figuring out proper weighting of the boat, it probably would have got up on the plane and would have gone a lot faster. But I guess now we'll never know how fast the boat goes. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, please subscribe.
That was so dumb, but I kind of loved it. I kind of really loved it. That was something.